Hi everyone, Jerry.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom. You like me, liked the show Curb Your Enthusiasm. This is going to be a little discussion about that show. You have seen most of the episodes of that show, but you had to unsubscribe from when you had HBO.
Right.
So I said, come over to my place. I'll show you on demand any episode you missed. We saw some of them you mostly have seen already for the most part,
Right.
but I wanted to make sure that you saw that last episode, the series finale with Record Again. Which,
good.
by the way, he said that he never actually saw the series finale of Seinfeld. So if you don't care about Seinfeld, then don't watch that episode. But it's interesting. That came out May 14th. It came out on May 14th, 1998. Same as the date of Israel being a country, only 50 years later. But let's get right into this. What are your overall impressions of the show in general? Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh, it's really funny. I think it was hilarious. I thought that Larry's just a really funny, quirky guy, and you should face me.
You're right.
And then I thought the Japanese guy was also really funny.
Yeah, they had the Japanese guy on a lot of them.
Yeah, he was good. And then the scene where he accuses the waitress of switching the eggs, and she thought he was crazy. And then it turns out that the cook ended up, he did eat his eggs, so he actually wasn't crazy.
Right. Exactly. What else? What comes to mind when you think of the show? Are there any episodes you've never seen, or you saw most of the episodes for the most part?
I'm sure there's a couple.
Okay. Wasn't it nice how in the
No, you're not giving me a
I'm
chance
sorry.
to answer.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Jesus, relax. I thought that his ex-wife was really good, Cheryl. Although the episodes we saw today, she wasn't his wife.
Right. I think somewhere around season 7 they break up.
Right. And then I thought Susie's really funny. She's like a rope bitch in all
Right.
the episodes. She's always calling Jeff fat. It's just funny. And then that was funny when Larry told the joke about the woman spreading her legs. And then the daughter, she's like, oh my God, how can you say that with my 15-year-old daughter here? And he's like, oh, well, why is she doing that at the adult dinner party? And I thought he had a good point there.
But really what happened was the daughter only really had a problem with her mother always going,
yeah, she made that noise with the drink. Yeah.
And you had actually already seen the Palestinian chicken episode before you came over.
That was
nice to
funniest.
rewatch. One of the funniest episodes.
Yeah, that was definitely when she says, I'm going to fuck the Jew out of you. And she kept screwing him and screwing him.
That was a great.
That was probably the best.
That was the
best scene of the whole series, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. She does come back in a season 9 or season 10 episode, but nothing like how she was that first time. She's actually a Canadian actress. That was the best part of the show.
What's her name?
I don't remember. I don't know her real name. But and then at the end of the show, at the end of that episode rather, he has to choose which side of the rally to go on. It's a perfect ending. Yeah.
You actually don't know what he chose.
Right, exactly. Now exactly. That's the best part because you don't know what he chose. Having just recently seen the series finale with me, what did you think of that last final episode?
That was good. I like the twist at the end where he gets locked up.
Spoilers alert for anyone.
You're not giving me a chance to answer the question.
Sorry, go ahead.
Stop doing that.
I get excited.
I can see. You're gonna have to edit this.
I don't edit, by the way.
Well, you should.
No, I don't. I don't know how.
Anyway,
just go on.
Okay.
Go on.
So he gets locked up. The jury said you're guilty, and then it turns out there was some kind of mistrial because of something with the sequester, and then he gets out of jail, and then they get into a fight about the shade being up or down on the airplane, and then Susie goes, "Just go back to jail, Larry."
So right, exactly. Anything that we're talking about with this show, and especially the last episode, we're assuming you already saw it. So spoilers for the last episode.
And then also, I couldn't believe how many examples they had of him being like a complete asshole.
So many examples.
When he beat up the swan, which was kind of self-defense, and then I don't know. That was just all these things kept building up. It was, and I thought his lawyer was really sexy.
Oh yeah, his
She
lawyer
was-
for
she
sure.
was
Yeah,
hot,
yeah, yeah. That's true too.
So is that one of your favorite shows? of all time?
I enjoyed it, but it's not one of my favorite. It's okay-ish. I have other favorite shows if you want to know my favorite.
Is it your
shows.
top 5?
Probably not the top 5. I can tell you what shows I actually do like. My main top favorite show of all time is The Wonder Years. I still watch
Oh,
it.
yeah, I've
I
seen
bought
that.
the box set, so that's one
What's
of
number 2?
my number 2. Probably Married with Children, which never got a final episode. It got yanked before it got a chance to have a final episode, which is a sin. So Wonder Years and Married with Children are in the top 3 or 4 of those. Those are like really high in the top 5. But you're right. He did so many mistakes, so many errors. So it was supposed to be something like similar to the last episode of Seinfeld, but like what you said though, there was a twist where Jerry Seinfeld got him out at the end.
Yeah.
Because one of the jury members wasn't supposed to be at the Mexican restaurant, so that that called it a mistrial to get him out.
Yeah, he was
How convenient.
sequestered.
Yeah, and then they say once Jerry gets right out of jail, Jerry and Larry say, "Hey, that's how we should have ended the actual Seinfeld thing." What else do you like about the show? Who are your favorite characters of Curb?
I already answered that.
Oh, you already answered all
Yeah.
that.
Trying to remember what else we watched today. Yeah, the Palestinian chicken. We
That's
talked
true.
about
That one's really good. Then the
Oh
one-
yeah, then remember the scene where Funkhauser wants to wear the yarmulke?
Oh, yeah, that's in that
into
too.
the
That's in that too.
Palestinian restaurant.
Yeah, that's in that too.
And then Larry Saber takes his yarmulke off, and then all the Palestinians started cheering.
Right. Now, unfortunately, that actor.
And she says, "Oh, you took off his Jewish hat," and she gives her number, and she says, "Call me."
Oh, I love that part. Yeah,
And then Funkhauser was there waiting
Right,
for Larry
right.
while they were screwing.
Right, exactly. He loved this.
Yeah, that was funny.
Unfortunately, that actor passed away in real life, and so did that comedian guy. I don't know what his name, but he looked really bad in the last episode. He's a comedian. I don't recall his name, but he didn't look
Richard
well.
Lewis?
That's it. Richard Lewis had died like right before the show was about to end. Yeah. Yeah. We're a little over 7 minutes in.
Yeah, it's not that long.
Not bad so far.
Do you want to do politics in a different video?
Sure. Might as well since you're here.
No.
No. What do you mean?
Cold.
It's not that bad. We want to do this before
Alright,
it gets
I'll do
dark
one
out.
question.
We'll do this before it gets dark. What are your overall thoughts and opinions on, or to conclude on how you I would say you liked Curb for the most part?
Yeah.
Were you satisfied with the series finale?
Yeah.
Okay. And what grade would you give Curb? As having seen most of the show, what grade can you give it?
I say B plus.
A B plus is
Or
pretty good.
Or an A minus.
All right, a B plus or an A minus. Are you up to shoot a political thing right after? It won't take long. Before it gets dark, we'll do a political
We'll
one.
do it inside.
Inside for the
Yeah.
political guys. The political one will be inside. Okay. But that's all we have for
All
you.
you guys.
That's all we have for you guys on this TV show discussion of Curb Your Enthusiasm. Everybody dance and have a good time. This is friend and co-host.
Get laid.
And get laid. I need to. It's been. Don't
keep that to yourself.
Everybody dance and have a good time. This is friend and co-host.
And what's today? March 15th? I forget. March 22nd.
It'll show dates.
2025.
Everybody dance and have a good time. This is friend and co-host Jerry and Millennial Man Motions Entertainment LLC
All right.
signing out to the political one inside. Excellent.